All right. And that's where the gold is buried. So just where I just, okay. All right. How we doing?
Doing good.
Is everybody
Great, Mike. How are you?
good? Good, man. I just got done. I did the weekly workshop over there on Zoom and YouTube in the store. Get on here, talk to you guys for an hour this time. Okay. No more extra hours. All right. And then we're gonna do some. I'm gonna do the actual training on the funnel. So yesterday, you guys might have seen the in Convert, right? In that classroom. Did you guys get a chance to check that out? Okay.
Yeah, I saw.
Hopefully that helped. I know I went a little raw into it, but I mean, I think did that who watched it? Did you guys watch it? A few of you guys did? Okay. Did it make sense? I mean,
Oh
did
yeah.
it come? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Is that style okay? Like when I do it like that? Okay.
Yeah,
Totally.
I do have some questions about it. That you do your thing, but I have a question about it.
Yeah, what's up?
So the one thing, it looks like obviously you've taken your lead magnets, your mini courses, and pulled them out, right? Like into landing pages outside of your free school platform, right? Which you're calling store now. And so it looks like, and just take just this is pure observational. No
You're not gonna
judgment
hurt my
against it, but it
feelings.
seems like that it almost seems like a one school community model versus a two school community model, because of how you're driving to pro, throughout the entire system. But then, I never saw where the school store comes back into play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and why those lead magnets aren't in the free school to get them into the free one, to get them into the community, to then push to pro in addition to the emails outside of the community. That, I guess that's my, the only constant is change, Mike, but I just had a few questions about the now is it's a sort of it seems like it's all focused on pro versus what you're calling a store now.
Yeah, so the store is basically like I can sell little products in there that are less than $100 because I know people want to, test things and test the waters, and I just need a place where I can sell those little cheap products. Okay, doesn't mean they're not valuable; it just means that they're inexpensive. And in those inexpensive products, I'll be selling the core product, which is Make Once Pro. The reason I use the free school is because I have an option of either A, when I send them my emails to follow up with them, because I send videos out, I can either A, when I send the email out and it has a video in it, I can either A, send them to social media, which I don't want to do because then they're just going to get lost in the minutia. Or I could go B, I could just send them to a random landing page that's wherever, and that's fine and everything. Or I can send them to my free school where I'm calling store. But if I send them to that free school to watch the video that's going to be in the email, they're in that store and they might bump into a product that they want to buy, or they're already in my school. So if they want to start their school, they'll automatically go through my affiliate link because they're in my school. Or I can link them straight to my other school and they're just used to being in school. So instead of just sending them to a random landing page, I send them to my free school.
So
or
what you're
my
saying
store.
is that my agency does this with the infinite emails and all that, but like, so what you're saying is inside of that infinite email model, if they haven't bought pro and all the constant value emails, value interview, value, whatever you were talking about, you're saying, even though you didn't say it in that training, that you're also going to be sending people to the free store in addition to pro in that long-term nurture.
Yeah. So after the first
Okay.
30 emails, so I haven't I haven't put this part in. This is what is happening today. And the reason I'm starting with convert is because all of you guys want this stuff. I'm just gonna go. We'll start here with convert. It's fine. I've made well over like probably close to 4 mil right now with Build Lab, what I taught in Build Lab. But anyway, the store and the school and all of that, when I go to send them all the value emails and I send them all the stuff, all of that stuff is I have to send them somewhere. I'm not gonna do all the selling and everything in the emails. So I'm going to send them over to, they have to pay to get into Make Once Pro. So I can't send them there to watch videos. So I'm going to send them to Make Once Store where they can get free courses. They can buy littler courses, and all of Make Once Store, okay, is designed to convert them into a core product person. So if they want to buy, let's say that I sell the Porsche 911 car. Well, that's Make Once Pro. If they want to buy that, that's the best package. But in Make Once Store, if they want to buy just the wheel or the spoiler or the seat, then they can do that. And then maybe someday they'll get to the car, right? I'm using Make Once Store as a place to just nurture. But after the first 30 emails that they get, those first 30 emails, I'm pushing hard on Make Once Pro. Like everything's about that. Okay. After that, if they still have not bought Make Once Pro, then obviously, they need more educating or something. And so that's where I'm going to start sending them to the Make Once store. And there'll always be a link to the Pro. Like Pro is the core product. So everything that I do is to sell that. But if I have to if they have to spend $50 first on a lower ticket product that's just about the funnel, let's say, then I'll do that. But then while they're going through that product, I'm going to be explaining why they should go to the next product. Because here's another reason too. This is the deep seated reason why I'm doing the store. Because I know what's coming with Skool. I'm not for sure on this, but I know that Sam was talking about it, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be releasing like affiliate links for your program. So if I have a store full of a bunch of these little products and I want people, to make money selling my products, then I'm going to make a bunch of products that are valuable, that are 99, 49, 69, 79, whatever. The price of a...
I definitely see the value. I mean, 100% understand
Yeah.
all of that. Totally 100%. I guess the only hang up I had, not that it's really a hang up, is that either, even with the Pro, if they join Pro or if they join free, you can still build the email list at the same time with Zapier, right? And so keeping those initial lead magnets outside of that free school and not building that free school community list in the beginning is what is like, so that they get access to those free lead magnets inside of the free school versus outside of it, is what is kind of
every lead magnet that I got that you've seen in that training from yesterday will live.
They're already. I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll all live inside of the free school.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The reason I go to the landing page is because, well, for one, I don't need Zapier. I don't need to add a variable in there to get them into my list. Number one. Number two, if they do go to the free school and sign up, they're going into Zapier. They go into my system list anyway. But three is, it's even easier when they go to a landing page, because it's just name and email, and they go to the next page, and then I have a thank you page right away. I love having a thank you page. There's this moment from landing page when they give you their name and email. You have this moment in time with them that they're extremely excited and eager for what's on the next page. And I can put a video there, and I can instantly grab them. They can instantly do it. And I hope Skool does this at some point. Like when somebody signs up to Skool, they immediately land on a landing page with a video or something that you can, grab that instant attention with and talk to them, because there's that little commitment that happens right there, that it's magical. You have them in that moment right there. You have their full attention because they just gave you something private to them, and you instantly have that moment to communicate with them. And and if I want to do retargeting in the future on YouTube, I have all of my system.io funnels are all laced up with pixels. So at any time I can follow anybody around if I so choose. And I can test faster too, right? So, when you get into Skool, it's like, okay, they got to go to the classroom, and they get in there, and it's like you hope that they do the right things. With the funnels, I can test offers much quicker because it's isolated. So, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely got all that other stuff. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
I just wanted clarity on the why you weren't sending them to the free, the list building,
The list building tool is definitely
the dual, dual list building versus single list building. But I guess it's
it's
an
not
easier
dual
ask
list building
for
though.
the modal pop up.
It's not dual list building though. If they join the free Skool, or if they join any of my lead magnets, all of them go into the same lead bucket.
Yeah, but it is okay. So the community is a list, and the email is a list.
The community
In
is
my
a
opinion.
community.
Yeah, we'll say tomato on that one.
No, there's a big difference, because in my email list, you don't know who else is on my email list.
Yeah,
In a community, you do know who else is in there.
yeah.
There's a big difference.
Uh,
Imagine
okay.
like you signed up for something and you don't know anybody else has signed up for it, and you're the only one in there. Versus in a community, you're bumping shoulders. Oh, hey, everybody else is in here with me too. Hey, hey, different intimacy. Do you make love to your, significant other in public? Big difference. Total difference. And I tested this with just going through Skool. And the problem is the reaction and the engagement is completely different. It's completely different. Now, some people, they are very community forward, community driven, and they're good at, everybody's good at different things. I like having both. That's why I have it that way. But all of them, whether they join Skool or they join any of my lead magnets through my landing pages, they all go in the same lead bucket. Everybody's a lead that's a lead, until they become a member. Then they go into a different list, and they don't get the same emails as the members do. So, or the community. So the community is different too. The community is a different animal than the email list. The email list is a very private, very intimate thing. Community outlives email list, I think, long term, just because I think a community is stronger than an individual. But it works a lot better in my personal experience so far, having an email list and a community. And siphoning, pushing them into the community. It like gives you more things to talk about, and it gives you more things that you can leverage. So, yeah, it's a different kind of intimacy with the email. Well, for instance, still to this day, there is no other channel that it has a higher ROI than email. Communities still don't rank up there yet. In-person sales don't beat email. How many people have checked their email today? Raise a hand. How many people have met with somebody today and talked to them about being sold something? How many people have been to a Facebook group today? So yeah, that's why email is so powerful. It really truly is. Michelle laughed at me when I was going to do no email list because like our whole life we've made all of our money through email, and I was like, well, I'm going to do it without it. You know, so I tried to do it without it, and yeah, it ain't the same. It ain't the same. I gave it a good 18 months too. I took egg on the face. So, but it's amazing that system.io just gives you for free 2,000 contacts, a funnel, an email, a core. Like it's crazy. It's so awesome. I can't even. It's so awesome.
Mike, I got an idea for you.
Yeah.
Have you thought to do any type of challenge for your free community where the person they interact more and maybe make more comments or do something, you invite them to one of the pro call?
Yeah, I have 3 different challenges that are put together for the rest of the year.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. Pretty excited. Challenges have always been awesome. Michelle loves using them. They just always work. It's like you get a momentum going too. It's pretty sweet. Yeah. So, I went off yesterday on the whole funnel thing and went crazy on that. I just want to. I think Monday I'm going to do an evening call just because of our people in the outback and overseas and all that stuff. So I think Monday I'm going to do 6 p.m. on that. I've gotten a lot of messages from people when I got rid of the evening calls. So yeah, no, and I'm ramping up. I'm pretty excited to get everything released out and going. I know it's gonna be sweet. I'm gonna start going live again, and it'll be fun. What questions do you guys have right now? I don't care what it is. All right. Well, we'll see you tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, go ahead, Zendo.
Good to see you, Mike. Good to see you, team.
Hello.
All right. You were talking about a store. The question I have for you today is, do you have your affiliates in your Make One store?
No, not yet. So that's what I was saying. I've talked to Sam about it, and he said it's in the pipeline of things that are going to be happening. They just haven't done it yet. But when it does happen, it'd be nice to have things that people can affiliate.
Okay, so it is possible on Skool to put your affiliates on your store. The question, I guess, is, can you create a store, sort of like a e-commerce Shopify kind of thing within the Skool app?
I mean, yeah, you can basically. It's not going to work exactly like an e-com platform will, but I mean, you can sell courses individually. And you can put
Okay,
your
so
affiliate links in Skool, but Skool itself doesn't have, like for instance, in Skool, in the classroom, let's say I was going to sell a program, you know, how to make a landing page for $7. I can't give somebody an affiliate link for that product through Skool. No, not yet, but I have a very strong sense that we will be able to soon. So, I don't know if that answers the question.
So sort of, because you were talking about yesterday.
What are you trying to do?
You were saying yesterday that you have generated income through your
Oh,
affiliate.
yeah. Skool
So
itself has an affiliate program where you can get other people to join Skool. But what I'm saying is like Make Once Pro is $250 a month now, right? If you went and told somebody about Make Once Pro, you're not going to get half of that 250. Like I can't turn Make Once Pro into a program where if you get somebody else to join Make Once Pro, you're going to get a percentage. Not yet anyway. But soon you'll be able to turn your own group and your own school. You could say, hey, if you guys get somebody to join Make Once Pro, you'll get 50% of that 250 every month. We can't do that yet, but they will, and it'll be awesome when they do.
and also you can have products. I mean, you can, like you do, for example, System.io, right? You use referral, you use affiliates for System.io, and so you have that in your free store, in your Make Once free
I
store.
have that everywhere. Yeah. I put that
Okay.
link everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, my point is that you have everything under one umbrella with Skool, right? So you have your store, your affiliates into your store, inside your store, and then you have your community with Make Once Pro, and everything under the umbrella of Skool, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was my
Skool
question.
is the Skool is my platform to. That's where everything happens. Like
Correct.
that's where you get the courses, that's where the free training's at, that's everything is there. And then there's what I do on social media to get people to there. And then there's the email list.
Right. So I have two situations. One is I'm going to work with a couple affiliates that I want to create so that I can put them on the Skool free version, free form. But I also built a Shopify account, and I already built the e-commerce where I'm going to be actually selling products, right? And so how would you connect or make aware your community about, in my case, that Shopify account, so that they can also have two options? One, go to the affiliates in my Skool and take advantage of the products that I'm going to sell on my Shopify. Correct.
I would just link to my Shopify, and my Shopify would link to my Skool.
Is there a way to do that?
It's just use the link. I mean, when you're inside of the Skool, okay, for instance, like if we're inside of here, and let's say like the free one here, okay. Like if I'm in this classroom in here, let's say I'm inside of the pocket coaching or something, okay. So somebody's in here, they click on one of these pocket coaching videos. Down here in the edits, I could say, okay, I could be like, buy this Make Once hat in my store. Okay. And I can just highlight this and I can click link and I can just add the link to that hat right there. So we'll just pretend here. Okay. Let's say that's where my hat is. Now that's a link. So if I save it here and they come in here and watch it, they can click on that and it'll just take them to whatever, wherever I link it.
Got it. Got
Okay. And then over in your store, you could do the, you could link from your store over to Skool here and vice versa. That's all I do. I just use links for everything. And yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And even with the free version, with the free stuff that you want to give away, you can just create the link and send them over to the make ones. For example, in this case, the make ones free.
Yep.
Right. Awesome. Thank you, Mike. That is the question I have.
Yeah. So, just so we're clear, okay? There's only, it's very simple here. If you'll keep it this simple, it'll just be better. Okay. There is two kinds of pages. Okay. Don't make it any more than this. All right. So there's two types of web pages. That's it. You have web pages that give information, and you have web pages that take information. Like one will take your billing info or your name and your email, and the other one could give you information. That's it. There's only two kinds of web pages. Okay. So that's done. And then you're either linking to something or from something. And that's all there is. And then you've got, with a funnel, okay, the whole thing behind a funnel, just so you know, a funnel goes like this. You take a bunch of crap and you stick it in the funnel, and then it comes out small down here, right? Like it can't, there's these borders in here that it can't get outside of. So the whole thing behind the funnel is just, imagine somebody would walk in your store in person and it was like in a maze. You know how there's walls, you got to like go left or right or straight in a maze. Imagine if somebody walked in your store physically into an in-person store, and they couldn't go anywhere except for where the wall guided them, and whatever was on the wall in front of them, they had to consume because there's nothing else. That's all that we're doing online. We just don't have walls on the internet. So those are our walls. Like when the traffic comes in, I just want them to see this. And then when they do the only thing that I want them to do on that page, I want them to only see this. And then I only want them to see this. The problem with social media is when they go to see this, they also see this pop up, this ding, 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 and they're freaking confused, right? They're all over the damn place. And it's like, that's why we use the funnels to keep them, we're funneling them to where we want them to go. And it's like you have this amazing salesperson out there working for you. And then the email follow-up, the reason why that works so well and we use it is because people suck at following up. Us human folks really are terrible at this. We're just not good at it. Even if you can even pretend you're good at it and try to be good at it, we're not good at it. Okay. We're just not good at it. And we have like problems, right? Like we have like a bad day or we're late, the car didn't do this or something. John wouldn't stop, Mike went an extra hour, like, it's these problems cause us to be inconsistent, and that inconsistency causes inconsistency in your money. So we just use the follow-up because we can premeditate the message that we want to get out or whatever. It's kind of like we have somebody that can go on a date for us, right? It's like, they can do all that. So that's what we're doing there with the follow-up. And it's like social media. That's why ads are so powerful, because they're kind of like an automated piece of content out there, and that's what makes this whole thing work. When I look at this, I always wonder, what is it that is so complicated or so hard about this? I mean, it's not right or wrong or anything. And I'm just curious, like, what is it about this online business thing that is so hard about it? Like, I'm not saying it's not hard. Okay. I'm saying, like, what is, though, the thing that whenever you go to do this, okay, whenever you're going to go do this, what is it that is so difficult?
I think we've talked about this before. I think it's almost that there's too many ways you can go about it, and marketers, professional marketers, are selling you on all those different ways, right? So like you were just literally, like you were saying yesterday, it's so easy to get shiny object or to get convinced by other professional marketers and experts that if you don't do it this way, or if you don't know this skill yet, or this thing is going to destroy your business, if you don't know how to, do email, then you shouldn't do anything yet until you figure out fucking email. Or if you don't know how to, right? Like if you don't have a proper funnel, then you shouldn't do anything yet, because that's going to destroy your conversions and this and that. So there's just so many, you can get stuck in that fucking loop of, I need to know all this, or this is the right way, that's the right way. And then you just get overwhelmed, right? Like,
no, that's good. Yeah. That's why the most important thing I think you can do in anything, any kind of business, anything, is figure out what are the first principles of it. What are the first principles of a peanut butter jelly sandwich? Jelly, peanut butter, bread, applying jelly and peanut butter on the bread, and smashing it together. Once you have that, then you can make peanut butter jelly with strawberry on top. You can make peanut butter jelly while driving, peanut butter jelly while riding a bike. Okay. But the core of peanut butter jelly, the first principles of it, is the bread, the jelly, the peanut butter, something to put it on the bread. If you learn the first principles of online business, or business happening online, once you have the first principles of it, you'll almost feel borderline. It will feel silly when you go out there and go on to social media and start listening to everybody. You're like, damn, you have really, like, if we go pull up an ad right now on social media about this, you will be like impressed on how they can take something so simple and make it seem so hard to do, and so like you got to buy their stuff to figure it out. Okay. If you can explain to me right now how a lemonade stand is any different than what Make Once Pro does, I'm all ears. Because all Make Once Pro is, the lemonade that we're selling on the table, is how to create and sell courses, coaching, paid memberships. Okay, that's all it is. That's all this is. That's all it is. That's the lemonade that I'm selling. The table that I have it sitting on is Skool. Okay. Instead of holding a cardboard sign that says lemonade 25 cents, I'm going out on social media and using videos instead. And instead of running after the car after it drives by, I have emails that just follow up with them. I give them a free lemonade sample for their email, and then I'm like, you should buy my lemonade jug. What else is it?
Yeah, and I think, as again, we've talked about before, I think part of the nasty loop you get in is that kind of uncertainty and that overwhelm, right, leads to inaction and self-doubt, right, which then feeds this kind of loop of like, you know, you get in this mind trash, like I'm a piece of shit, you know, because I'm not getting it done, I'm not following through, I'm not taking action, I'm not, you know what I mean? And it just kind of, it's just like this cycle of.
Why do you think kids that go out and do a lemonade stand, why do you think they don't get anxious about putting up a table on the street and having random strangers see them setting out there on the street? Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Thankfully, I think most kids haven't developed that thing yet, right? They haven't developed that self-doubt yet, or I think they're not engaging their ego to the results of what's happening out there. You know, they don't.
What makes us think, what makes us feel this way? Is it that we say mindset, but let's talk about what actually makes us feel this way. Is it maybe the fact that you're comparing yourself to other lemonade stands? Or you see the kid doesn't see any other lemonade stands on the block. But if they did, what would they do? They'd look at the other one, and if they seen the other one getting a bunch of customers, they would probably feel weird or like, what are we doing? Or they would try to copy the other lemonade stand. Right? It's not that we're dumb or we can't get ourselves to be productive or disciplined or whatever. The problem is you're out there looking around instead of creating.
100%.
So what would we do to fix that?
Create, maybe.
Stop looking around.
You just need to start doing. A lot of people are afraid of the first step of starting something. It's like you go, you need to push this rock on the hill, and it's so hard to push it, and you sweat, but when you get to the top of the hill and you drop the rock, you'll be like, yeah, I made it. That's why 99% of the people are afraid to start something, and they look at the 1%. This is the comparison. So it's just the first step to start. You need to start doing. It's be, do, have, but by the Bible. You become what you want to become. You start doing, and then you're going to have, which is the money, will come to your bank account. But a lot of us don't start. We don't do. We just say we're going to do it. I'm a great example talking about myself, but we just don't do. You need to start doing. How are you going to know if it's going to work or not? You don't know if the lemonade going to work and you're going to sell if you're not going to try. Once you put the lemonade and you said, okay, I'm going to put the lemonade instead of my neighborhood. People didn't buy from me today. Okay, what can I learn from it? A lot of people don't analyze what doesn't work. And they said, oh, it's not working, I'm quit. Then that's it. Instead of analyzing, okay, how can I make it better? I'm looking at myself, okay, what can I make? Well, how can my content can be better so I can deliver the message to the right people? But people don't do it. And then they focus on what doesn't work instead of focusing on what's working, and then they give up. So it makes sense.
Yeah. So what is it that, you think about, what is it that we're focused on that is causing us to not do and not create and all of that stuff? What is it? There's two things, but we're focused on one thing instead of the other thing. And what is that?
We focus on the you see someone successful, you don't know what he been through, so it's the process that we're missing. There is step by step to get to where you want to the finish line, but we're missing the process. We jump into the end to the finish line before we take the steps to get there. I think that's my opinion. That's why people see someone successful and make a lot of money, but they think if they start a business tomorrow, they're going to be where this person is. And there is a process. There is a lot of ups and downs in the way that people now willing to take this route.
There's two things. And yes, there's two things. Which one of these, A or B, which one of these can you control?
A, for sure.
Hey,
You can't control this one, can you?
Right. The activity.
So why are you focused on this? Okay. This is the only thing you can control. Now, what's important about this, so that you get this, is that you're doing the right activity. Now, this goes back to the peanut butter jelly. What would you need to make sure that you're doing the right activities to get the peanut butter jelly over here? Well, Mr. Burt yesterday, the pilot, okay, or whatever, he said, essentially, what he said was, the way that they make sure the airplane does not crash on average is they've figured out all kinds of things. They've tried all kinds of things to make sure that this airplane, more times than not, does not crash. Okay. Now, there's not too many more things that humans do on a very, very regular basis that's probably, driving is more risky than flying, because you got this big thing flying past you, very, very close to you. And some person that God only knows what's going on in their mind is passing you or not paying attention, that can crash into you, kill you. But outside of being in the air, where if something does not work, it's very unlikely you're going to pull out of that one. Okay. You're going to crash. So very dangerous, if you will. It's like very serious. Okay. What they do to make sure that they're doing the right activities is they make a checklist of what needs to be done before the other thing. Now, if you try to put the bread together first and then put the jelly and peanut butter inside of it, very difficult. It's not probably going to go the way you want. Okay. If you try to put the jelly and the peanut butter on the bread without a knife, again, it'll happen maybe, but going to be pretty messy. Probably not what the other person's going to want who's going to eat it. So there's this order of things that need to be done before the other thing. We don't put the sugar in after we bake the pie, right? So you need a checklist. And here's the other thing that makes a checklist work is you need a time when you're going to execute the checklist. If the pilot's at home in his underwear, in his bathroom, running through the checklist, not going to help us get the plane in the sky too well. But if he does it when he's sitting in the cockpit with people on the plane and the engines are running, there's a good chance we're going to fly today. So we need to have a schedule of when we're going to execute a checklist. Now, if you take somebody that is trying to make a basketball into the hoop, and you take another person that's trying to make a basketball into the hoop, this person is just shooting baskets. It's executing the checklist. It's not good at it. It's brand new to it, but it's shooting baskets. It's following this checklist. It's holding the basketball just right. And it's doing lots of reps of that to the aiming at the hoop. This one is really, really, really good at it. Like they're extremely good at shooting balls into the hoop. But the problem is this person, A, and this person, B, who do you think is going to make more baskets at the end of the month? B here shoots a couple baskets here, a couple baskets here, a couple baskets here. Doofus Rodriguez over here, the new guy, he's shooting tons of shots every single day at that basket like this. Who do you think at the end of the month is going to make more baskets? Probably Doofus Rodriguez. This isn't a game of who's badass. Now, if B over here gets their act together and learns how to get skillful with the basketball and then shoots a lot, well, he's going to drive nice vehicles and have a big house probably, right? They call people like that like LeBron James and stuff. And those are very rare people. But there's a lot of basketball players in the NBA that pretty rich. You don't know their name. Nobody even knows who they are. But they make really good money because they're executing on the mission. We need to have a checklist of what we need to do each day. And this checklist, when you hear somebody say, kind of like Corinne, you said this, okay, I've said this, everybody says this, I think, at some point in this game. They go, well, I got to figure out how to do the right content so that I can get the right leads and sales and build the list and all of these things, right? Checklist. When you use a checklist, on the checklist, it'll say, talk more about benefits and transition and the transformation and the paint the picture, not facts and features. And that checklist and then the schedule. What's up, Corinne?
Here's something that I want to share. You helped me back in March and April to overcome a lot of fears that I have. And if I didn't go live on YouTube on my channel, and now I can go live on TikTok thanks to Michelle's group. I'm going live every day. If I wouldn't go live every day, I wouldn't know what I need to change in my content. So between 2 weeks ago to today, I know, okay, I have this right here, then I need to become better, and I need to talk maybe more here, and I need to build more, bring more value in this part. But I will never know. And you know, I thank you all the time. You in my gratitude journal, that I bless you all the time, because when you overcome that fear, of standing in front of the camera, and I saw the video that people are afraid to do videos, and I don't care about this anymore. I go live, it's not perfect, but I'm doing it. And once you start doing it, you'll know where you need to improve in your business. If you just take notes all the time and you just write down and you're not taking actions, it's literally not going to work. And I might have a delay, but I realize it now, and thank you. But if I wouldn't start doing live, I would never be able to figure out what's wrong with, it's not what's wrong, or where do I need to improve to attract my perfect customer, to deliver the message, to bring value, to ask more questions so I get more engagement in my live and in my content. And that's the power of doing. So I encourage all of you right now, stop being afraid. Ask yourself why you're doing this business. What's the reason that you're doing it? And when you have all the answers, don't be in a rush to become like I'll take you an example, Mike. You've been through so much. I can't compare your journey and your results to mine, but I can just learn from you, take the steps, take the action, following the blueprint. I'm gonna get there, either by the end of the year, maybe by the end of next year. It's my journey. My learning process is different than anybody else in here, but once you start doing, you're going to see exactly where you need to improve. And don't give a damn about what people say. I get comments on my YouTube that makes me happy to realize, oh, wow, okay, I need to do this better. They not good comments, but I know where I need to improve. So get your ass out there, put the camera on, don't give a damn about anybody, what they're saying. There is bazillion people on this planet that looking for you, waiting to hear you, because you have problem that you solve for yourself and you have the solution. And people praying on this planet, please arrive. And when they reach out to you, they'll be telling you, where have you been all my life? Like I told you, Mike, many, many times, where have you been all my life? Like, people need you. So ask yourself, why you doing it? And then start breaking down. Okay, I want freedom, but why you want freedom? I want money, but why you want money? And once you start breaking down that list, ask who needs you and why they need you. And when you get those answers, I guarantee your content will start to get better, and you're gonna get more confidence to get out there and just share your story, share your message. You're gonna get better on your content. You're gonna overcome that fear, and you're gonna start saying, this is not bad as I thought, but just take those actions. Don't just write stuff down and just put it out there in the cloud.
1000%. I don't think it could be said better. I mean, that's
it.
It
I really
is.
wanted to say that because
And
I'm blessing you every day. I mean, and again, this is the power of community. To have a mentor by your side that been there, done it, and know how to guide you. And this is the power of community, because people trying to do them by themselves, like losing weight. If I want to lose weight, I can go to YouTube, find different type of whatever. But when I have someone like Kyle by my side, teaching me, guiding me right here, telling me what to do, I probably will do it faster. That's why I'm blessed with you, because you can guide me and you show me, and I'm listening, and I'm like, he knows better. So why would I won't follow you. Why would I follow someone that hasn't done that yet? And that's the power of community. You have uniquenesses inside of you. You guys have qualities. You have something that no one else here has on this planet. That's where we all connect. Different type of message, different type of experiences. And when you get together and you help someone that needs your help, the sky is not the limits, it's our mindset. That's why I say mindset, because it's 95% mindset and 5% actions. So who you hang out with, who you listening to in the morning, what are you watching, it's all come to that, where you feed in your mind with positivity or negativity. And also, what are you saying to yourself? You're saying, I can't do it, I'm not gonna do it, oh, he done it already, it's easy. Or you're saying, no, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna take actions today and start towards my dreams and my goals, and and it's 2024. It's all around the corner, but it's not too late. It's not too late to achieve your dreams and check all the lists that you created 8 months ago. Wake up. Wake the fuck up, because you can do it. You can do it. I'm telling you, it took me 20 years until I met Mike. 20 years. Don't wait 20 years to overcome a fear that literally I cannot take this time back. I can't. All I can see is I can look forward, learn from it, move on, but don't wait years just to get out of a fear of talking to camera and people jump in from all over the world that you don't know who they are, but they want to listen to you because you have the solution for the problem.
1000% perfect.
You can see I'm getting better on my message, and I'm confident about what I'm saying without afraid of what I'm mixed up in my English. So
it's just focusing on what you can actually control. You're going to get judged. You're already being judged. At least get paid for it. The thing is like you can't just focus on what you can control and keep it simple. What's up, Kyle?
I'm just over here pedaling away. But so a couple things for me. So number one, like we've talked before, like I don't really have a struggle. I've opened many businesses, and everything about this business, all business is the same. Like it really is. But this email and the back end automation it's just new to me. So I'm excited to emulate every step and through repetition. Become great and unstoppable, because that's the keys, like you were talking about, repetition. And then the other thing, like these talks right here, Mike, like they're so invaluable because it's the same thing in fitness, right? And again, you know, my story is something long. I was an alcoholic. I was 100 pounds overweight. I'm from the sticks. I'm from Kentucky. I was programmed. I didn't know who I was, what I was. So a lot of people are unconscious competence. And you're conscious, competent, you're successful when you also understand the mindset. And like Karen said, it really is 95% mindset, 5% strategy. The strategy is very, very simple. Just emulate, follow. But a lot of people don't know how to think. A lot of people don't understand who they are, what they are, and how their mind even works. So when you are talking about these things, right, input versus output, you know, and what to focus on, what not to focus on, like 95%, 97% of people, they don't get that. They don't get that part. But once they understand that piece, they can then implement the easy strategies and emulate Mike, the successful, and get the results that they want. But if they miss this piece, that's where it's just always going to be a struggle, because we're all programmed and we all have limitations and they're all unconscious. But if we don't know that, you're kind of fucked. You really are. And that's the missing piece in the world. We don't know who we are, what we are, how we work. And then we try to do these things and we just keep kicking ourselves in the ass. So invaluable conversation. This, man, it will take your business from 5 million to 20 million, Mike. Let's go.
I mean, seriously, it's the thing that I get so excited about after these calls and during these calls and as things are going is I realize no matter where you're at, or what point you're starting from, or where you're trying to get to, I, with every cell in my body, fiber in my body, have watched people go from absolute nothing to millionaires faster than you can get even through high school. Okay. I've seen it happen in 6 months. I've seen it happen sooner than that. It's not about that. It's just, it will happen if you keep rubbing peanut butter and jelly on bread and keep moving them close to each other. Before you know it, you're going to have a sandwich. Like if you keep moving the pieces towards, you know, that direction, it eventually happens. Right. And then once it happens, once you make it once, okay, then you can keep replicating it. And here's the thing. What's really neat about it is, just like I'm sure Kyle sees a lot, you know, you see somebody overweight, or you see somebody with a crappy mindset, or you see somebody with no money. what's really neat about this is what actually has to happen to get the outcome that you're desiring, whether it's money, fitness, mindset, relationship, whatever. The thing that has to happen usually is just a handful of parts: attract, convert, deliver, whatever. Okay. Whatever it is, it's usually just a handful of things, one box to another box to another box, like simple things that you just have to get the recipe towards. And then you just have to focus on the activity. And so I love this picture here. I think it's one of the most inspiring pictures of the month. Okay. It's this one right here. And if we just can get this going, we are going to do great, right? The echo chamber of social media. I know listen, if you have this feeling, when I say something like this, when I say, don't get on social media and consume, some people, when they hear that, get almost like I'm telling them not, it's like it's a drug and I'm yanking it away from them, and they're going to have to experience this emotion of, separation and it's like an anxiety almost that they go through when they think of this. Not being on social media. What do you mean? What I mean is, when you have your checklist that you're trying to complete, because we can build anything if we have a checklist and we take action on it. Okay. We can do anything. You can make $1 billion if you have the right checklist and you have the right activities. If we got the checklist and then we've got a set time that we are going to execute that checklist, if we just put the blinders on and not worry about things that we cannot control, and we just take simple actions consistently daily on our checklist, and you keep the blinders on, it's more likely that it's like, if I get a checklist or what we call a recipe for apple pie, and today, if I just got off of this call and all I focused on was taking that checklist for that apple pie, it wouldn't be long and I would have an apple pie. Now, some things take a little longer to cook, okay? But if you just get the recipe and you just take the action, you will have the apple pie. You will have it. There's nothing complicated about making money on the internet. And if you say that it is, it's because you don't have your blinders on. You're comparing and you're listening and you're looking to too many things. All we can do to attract people on the internet is we can do content, or we can run ads, which is content with money behind it. So at the end of the day, content. That's all we can do. There's short videos, there's long videos, there's live videos, there's not live videos. That's it. That's all we can do. And if you have a niche that you're focused on, and that's all you talk about, and that's all you're talking about, even if you suck at it, if that's all you talk about consistently every day and you knock the checklist off, and in your content, you're always sharing about your free stuff and your paid stuff, you're going to get leads. You're going to get sales. I don't care who you are. So all we can do is content. To get a lead, we get their email and we send them emails. Next question. What do I put in the emails? When do I send them? All these things. Well, what problem are you solving? Talk about that. How do I talk about it? How would you talk about it? What would you say? Don't compare. Don't wonder what I would say, because then you don't have these horse blinders on. What would you say? See you, Rusty. Good to have you, brother. What would you say? That's what you say. Okay. Sales video. What do I say in the sales video? Well, all selling is helping somebody make a decision that is in their benefit. So if you had no choice and you had to help somebody make a decision to buy something, what would you say? That's what you say. Now, I'm oversimplifying this for a reason, because you don't trust yourself enough at the age you are to sell something. You think that you need to copy the way I do it or the way whoever is good at selling does it. And you believe that so much that you won't even try to sell it, because you think that that won't work unless I follow some rigid format or formula or whatever. But if somebody came in the room, they're like, and they pointed it right at your head and they're like, sell me that potato over there. You'd be like, it's brown. It's cold. You would sell it. You would do whatever you had to do to sell it. You would tell them all the things it could be, how it felt. You would, oh my God, you can peel it. You'd be like, you would do that. And you would say, you would cover all the things. But because you're not wearing blinders and you're going to get off of here and get on social media and look at some other training and look at some, you're going to get completely distracted. You're going to get into your own head and say, well, I don't know enough because I'm not like them. Or I'm not doing it the way they're doing it, or the way she's doing it, or he's doing it, or whatever. Because you don't have these on. Now, why do you think this picture exists right here? Why is these leather things that have gold buckles and stuck on this animal right here, that when this animal crosses the finish line before everyone else, it makes millions and millions of dollars for a lot of people? Why is it that this is still standard equipment for this thing? Because if it's seen all of the other horses running beside it, and it's seen all the chaos and commotion running beside it, and it started doing this or doing this and turning its head, it would crash and burn and lose.
It's like the picture you share with the swimming, the two guys that were swimming, and then one look at the other while he trying to catch. Do you remember that picture?
Oh, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to realize that this right here, this image right here that you need to print and paste on your wall in front of you every day, you need to remember that this is the answer right here, and you just need to run and trust yourself. If you're sitting there going, I don't know what to say on my sales page, well, why don't you just turn on the video camera and sell us your shit? Just sell it to us. Hey guys, it's Make Once Pro. Listen, if you want to sell courses, coaching, and memberships, well, that's what I teach you in here. Matter of fact, every day I get on and show you pictures of horses with blinders on. And I yell at you and scream at you and say the same shit every day. And that's why you should join, because you need somebody to be doing that to you. Some people would laugh. Some people would sign up. But if I kept doing that over and over and over and over again, and you keep it, it just kind of naturally happens, but there's never enough, like Corinne was saying, there's never enough action. You never find it out. The reason why live works so well is because you don't get a chance to think about frameworks. You don't get a chance to think about how Michelle or I or Bob or Bill or Alex or Sam or who and ha and he. You don't get a chance to think about that. You're in the moment. You got to talk. You got to share. You got to tell us why. Why does it matter? You don't get a chance to think about your thoughts. You got to do it. And for some odd reason, it's so funny. Everybody that goes live tends to always come back and say, man, I went live and I'm starting to sign people up. I don't know. I'm like, oh, really? It's so crazy. Have your thing to sell and sell the damn thing. Have your lemonade and sell it. Those kids aren't like taking courses and listening to shit and, looking at all these things. They just go out there. They're like, shit, here it is, figure it out. It's 25 cents. You want it or not? And they're just like, hey, like that's it. And you could do the same shit if you put your damn blinders on. But because you're looking over what they're doing and you're seeing how they're making it, and you're going about it this way and this way, by the time you get done doing all that, your neck hurts. You ain't went anywhere. And you're mad at yourself again. And you're the one that's like really good at this if you just do it. The less is more, right? The essentialism. There's nothing else I will tell you. There is nothing else to focus on other than these three things here, okay? There is nothing else to focus on. Nothing. What are we selling? How does it work? Who, what? The famous thing, all you need to know in business is who, what, when, where, why, how. On every stage of this, you just run the who, what, when, where, why, how. You want to do a video today? Let's talk about who. You want to do another video today? Let's talk about how. You want to do another video today? Let's talk about when. There's your 3 videos. You want to talk about converting? Who, when, where, why, how. Okay? All right, Corinne. Thanks for the freaking blast. I love it. Keep going. I'm proud of you. Proud of you. Think about you. In the delivery, who, what, when, where, why, how. And just, if they don't buy it for $100, talk to somebody that has $100. There's only 2 things that you can change, the price or the person, right? It's like, this is something that I want you to understand too. This is really, really cool. And then we're going to get the hell out of here. Okay. Cause I'm going to start doing this bullshit again. It'll be freaking an hour later. Okay. There are only these 4 things that you can change, man. There's nothing else. So if it ain't working, you only have 4 knobs that you can change. There's only 4 things. Okay. Who are you sending to it? You can change the who. Okay. You can change the offer. What is the offer? Well, the offer is, what do I get for what? What do I get for what? Okay. You can change the way it looks. If you're saying, I'll give you my entire system for $1, but the background of the website is black and the font is black, I can't buy it because I can't see it. Okay. Like, who you sending it to it? If you're selling tires for semis and you're driving ballerinas to the page, I don't care how good it is. Ain't going to buy it. Okay. The offer. What's the offer? What's it look like? And what does it say? This is it. There's nothing else that you can change. And what you do is you just change one at a time. If you change two, then you don't know what made the difference. You change, here, this is what you do. Okay. These are the only 4 things you can change. Let's say you got a landing page here and you're driving traffic to it and it's not converting. Okay. It's not converting. You have a headline, you have a picture here, you have some bullet points, and you have a button. That's all that's on the damn page. Okay. If it's not converting, you don't change the picture and the headline, because then you don't know which one are we optimizing here? It's kind of like a science experiment. Okay. Well, what you do is you say, well, am I sending the right people to it? Assuming that you're sending the right people to it. How do I know if I'm sending the right people to it, Mike? Well, how are you sending them there? Well, I'm talking about, let's say that this is about how to make apple pie. If you're talking about how to make apple pie on your social media and you're telling them that you have a free apple pie recipe, it's likely that the people coming over here are those people, because who in the hell else would do that? Okay. So assuming you've got these people are the right people and they're getting to this page, the first thing they're going to see is this. That headline is 90 cents out of your dollar. Okay. It is 90% of what makes this page work is that headline. Okay. So the message, or what we say, this is, if we had to rank these in order of importance, the offer is, I would say, number 1. Okay. Because the offer determines what it looks like and what it says. But the second one would be the message. Okay. You have a good offer, you're just not saying it properly. The third one would be, are we sending the right people there? The fourth one would be what it looks like. This is almost, you can screw that one up pretty bad and still do pretty good. But if people are coming to the page and it ain't working, the first thing I'm changing is the headline. That's the first thing I'm changing, and I'm changing it, and then I'm sending another minimum 100 people to it before I can justify. Okay, before I go tweaking on it again, I got to send 100 people. I switch the headline, send another 100 people. Did it convert? Yes or no? If no, all right, I'm going to change the headline again, most likely, or I'm going to start removing some of these bullet points. Okay. And it'll get down all the way to the point where like Frank, he said, by the time I got done optimizing my page, he's like, all I had was a headline and a button. and he still to this day is like that. Like it works really, really well. Less is more for sure. Right. All you really need on this page is that. Okay. And I'm telling you, there's nothing else to mess with. If you sent out emails every day in your follow-up and you just were yourself talking to them, you would kill everybody else. You would beat 99% of people. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing today to help you is I'm going to be going in and I'm going to be talking about how to actually put the damn thing together. Okay. I'm going to give you the link to the funnel, and then we're going to go in there and we're going to plug in what needs to happen to get this thing live so you can drive people to it. Okay. And your lead magnets, this is what I really challenge you to do this. Okay. You can think that I'm full of beans here, but I promise you, if you'll just do this, you will be so far ahead, and you will be so far ahead. You won't even believe it. Okay. I don't want you to worry about anything pretty, any graphics. Hell, if you can do it, you don't even need anything other than a video like this, like just a, face to camera or whatever. If you're not going to put your face on the camera, then stick a picture of your face on a slide and then just talk over the slide. Okay. Like whatever you got to do, it does not matter because it ain't about your face. Okay. If you just, let's say you're going to do, let's talk about Kyle here. If he's going to, let's say one of his lead magnets is like the macros or whatever. Okay. Just, turn on your camera and start talking about how to do the macros. If you got a piece of paper, you can show them, or just, anytime you can demonstrate or show what you're talking about, it's better. Okay. But you don't have to do anything more than a napkin and a marker, or a piece of paper and a marker. Okay. And in most cases, they'll actually find that pretty cool because, you know, everything's digital or whatever. But if you just talk about it and just answer the damn question, even if it's not that good, you're still going to do good because you know this shit and it's going to be the answer. Okay. You don't have to be a performing, you know, talker person. Okay. You can just freaking talk and tell them. And that's the lead magnet. Okay. We're done. You could have that shit done in 5 minutes. You probably don't even have to think about it. And it would be enough value that they go, man, I'm glad I watched that. And now you got them on an email list. Okay, cool. Next page, all you're going to do is you're going to talk to them about whatever you're going to talk to them about, whatever you said, the macros, whatever. And then at the end, you say, now listen, you got 2 options, man. You can try to go about this problem, fix this problem. You can go about it on your own. Okay. It's going to be slower. It's going to be harder, take longer, you know, slower. It's going to suck more. It's probably going to cost more. Won't be as much fun. You know, you'll be alone. Okay. You might figure it out maybe in a year or 2 or something. I don't know. Or you can come with me. I've created this little program. It's the price of 2 brand new business shirts or whatever the hell it is. Give me some kind of comparison, even if it's expensive. It's the cost of a jet ski, you know, like, well, you know, like whatever it is, whatever the cost is, and tell them what they get, why they get it, how they get it. If you can show them why you're talking about it, that helps. And then you can make them an offer. Listen, I wanted to make you a good offer and I really couldn't think of anything. So I thought, well, shit, why don't I just give them some live calls? Because I mean, nothing's really better than that, right? You know, just talking to me, ask me whatever. So if you get started today, all right, I'm going to open this up. There's 30 spots available. I said I'd let 30 people have it. I got a little checklist here. Okay. I don't have any magic apps or anything. I just have a checklist here. Every time somebody gets started, I'm going to fill in this checklist. And I've got 30 boxes here that I'm going to allow. All right. So as soon as those boxes are filled up, then you wouldn't be seeing this right now. Okay. So you can get started now. I'll give you 3 extra calls. Okay. And you can do it just like that. And you will beat everybody else because they're over there thinking still, okay, he said the hook and then 3 things and then cut. You got to cut, add music and a sound effect. You know, they're doing all this shit while you're over there digging holes and getting it done, you know? So if you just do that, the emails, okay? I want you to pretend that you're a person that has talked to another person before. And I want you to do your emails like that. Hey, man, what's up? How you doing? You know, I noticed, well, if you're reading this, you have not got started yet because I have a thing that tells me, you know, you wouldn't even get the email here, right? Like you can talk like that. Because guess what? That's what's actually happening. We forget this all the time. It's like we got to hide it from them that it's happening. They know why you're emailing them. They know why you want their email. When they go to your Skool About page, they know the video is selling them. It's like those advertising things when you're driving down the road and it's like, these advertisements work, don't they? You're like reading the big like banner, you know, it's like, people look at these, don't they? I love that shit because it's like, you're reading that, you know, because you're looking at it, right? It's like the obvious thing. So, you know, it's like billboards work, don't they? You know, it's the same thing when you're doing your emails or when you're doing sales or when you're talking on social media. Do you ever think for a minute when you go out there and you watch some, I don't care who the hell it is, Alex or Mosey or anything, do you think ever for a second that they're doing that just because they're just bored and they're like, oh, you know, for the moment before I even click play, I'm like, what is he going to sell me? Well, how's he going to influence me today? Right? And guess what? Everyone else thinks that too. And the moment you just lean into that and have fun with it, you are going to literally have fun. And people are going to be like, I just love your personality. You're so fun. You're cool, man. It's like, holy shit, you just be like, what's happening? And everybody likes that, if you just do that though, and you're cool about it. But the thing is if you have a thing that actually works, do you have the diet that actually works? Do you have the funnel that actually works? If you do, why would you ever feel silly about talking about it? Shit, you're doing the world a favor. Now, we just got to optimize where we suck, which is consistency. That is the thing that humans suck at the most because it's controlled by emotions, and we are just a big pile of them. So what we've got to do is we have to build systems. That's why systems are so powerful. Because without them, we get emotionally just forget about your feelings. Like, you got to like business and feelings. They don't live in the same place. You can't it's numbers over here. It's reps and numbers. Master the mundane. So emails, if you really wanted to today, you yourself, without knowing how to do it, you're going to know because I'm going to give you the little recipe here in a minute. But you yourself today could put 30 emails in your email thing. You could put the sales video together. You could put the lead magnet together. You could have the whole damn thing working today. But what is required is that you put the blinders on. Once you know how to connect the dots of the funnel and the shit, right? Once you know how to make an email and make it wait a day, go out, wait a day, go out, wait a day, go out. Well, how do I separate it? Just put 30 emails that go out every other day. And every email that goes out every other day, you're getting into that email, and just here's what I would do, okay? Just shoot a video. Okay, just shoot a video and tell them what you want to tell them about your thing that you're offering them. I don't want you to worry about sales, anything. I just want you to talk to them as if they're your best friend, your buddy, and you're trying to help them. And you're just telling them what it is. Whatever you know, that's what you're telling them, okay? And you tell them to go here and buy it. You will shit your pants next month because you'll be like, holy shit, this actually worked. And then you'll be like, all right, I was kind of an idiot in that one. I can go fix that one. You look back at your pictures, like, why was you wearing that, dude? Do not wear that shirt with those pants ever again. But you did, and it was fine that day. But looking back, you're like, well, you could have done a little better. Okay. That just doesn't match, But it still worked. I look back at places I was at, and I'm like, what the fuck? You took pictures in that shit. So it's funny, right? You can just do it. You could get it all done today if you just didn't think. And you just did, because you're going to do the right thing. Why would you're not going to do the wrong thing. You're going to do the right thing to your ability in that moment, but you can go back and fix it. But by you doing that, that's like person A shooting all the baskets. And by just default, they're going to make more baskets than the perfect basket shooter that's got to wait for the perfect moment to shoot the perfect basket. Okay? So it's a very simple thing. Attraction, you could go out today. When you get done here today with this shit, if I ever shut up, okay, you could go do like 10 social media posts today. In no time. You could do it in an hour. You just sit here, 10 videos, minute long, and you could do great. And you could put them out there. That's 300 videos at the end of the month, by the way. Holy shit. That's 1,000, or no. I don't even know how many it is. Okay? It's like 3,000 videos or some shit at the end of the year. You ain't going to put 3,000 videos on the internet and not get some shit going on. So, and they could just be simple videos, man. Simple shit. God knows nobody does that. You'd be an anomaly. You'd be so wild and weird out there doing just simple videos, and you could do that every day, and you could just hook Stripe to your school. You could charge $49 a month, and you could be like, well, shit, they're buying this shit like it's just nothing. Crank up the price. Keep going up. Tell it, and then keep going. And if you just do it, you will be, that's it. You'll have it mastered. That's it. And then you'll have this money shit coming in. You'll be like, all right, I got to do taxes. How do I do that? Okay. Call somebody. They'll tell you, they'll do it. You know, it's very simple stuff. You just got to have the answer. That's the biggest thing. You got to have the answer. If you have the answer, it's your fault if you're not telling anybody about it, because you're whatever. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're worried about whatever it is you're worried about. Okay. So, you know, just do it. Have fun with it. You know, when you get all poopy and crappy and like, kind of like, the best thing that I found that works for this is just go take a goddamn walk, or by yourself. Okay. Walk around the damn block, or get on a bicycle, put on some, you know, whatever your music is, and just go right around the block or some shit. And then come back without any words in your head swirling around, and just do the shit. And just knock it out. And if you don't know how to build a perfect looking thing, that's why I just do black. I can't fuck it up. Everything that I wear matches. Right? I can't mess it up. That's why I wear black all the time. It's not because I'm trying to be cool. It's I can't fuck it up. It's one less thing to think about. That's why I wear shit with no words on it. You can't fuck it up. The biggest change is my collar, right? Some days it's circles, some days it's this one, some days it's a V, you know. I mean, some long sleeve, short sleeve, it's like pretty simple, and I can't screw it up. You know, black and white, maybe blue. I like blue, you know, like every other boy, right? Like just, that's it. And that's all you got to do on the landing pages. I can't figure out what font, so I just use the Arial, you know, the simple one. And the shit converts, it works. You know? And it's like, I think back into the beginning when I started, and I just think it's hilarity to me. Like, I'm like, dude, you sat there and toiled around and twiddled around and bought something else and bought another gadget and bought another, you know, and it's like, it's so crazy when all you have, then there's that other guy that's out there crushing it, and he's got like coveralls on. He talk like this, you know, and he's like, hey guys, you know, and you're like, how the fuck, what the hell? They like his personality or something. Like, that's what the people say, right? Or it's his voice, you know, or some shit like that. No, he's just, he's just doing it, you know, he's just doing it. So anyway, I'm going to get that funnel for you. I'm going to make 2 funnels. The other funnel I'm going to make is a high ticket call funnel. Okay. Anything that's over like 2-3 grand, you're going to usually need to get on the phone with them, unless you're just like, unless you've got an incredible relationship built with them. Okay. But that takes time, like anything. Okay. And so to get sales, you know, you'd have to do a ton of relationship building to get a sale. Whereas if you just get on the phone with them and you follow this script that I've got, it's a very simple script. There's a book called Spin Selling. It's the best book on selling there is. Okay. And you don't even have to read it. I'm just telling you, if you want to get down into the nitty gritty and read it, you can. But at the end of the day, you're just asking them about their situation. Like in sales, you're just asking them about the situation. You're asking them about, hey, what if it all works out, what's it going to be? What if you don't do it? What if you do it? And then after you've asked them those questions, there's 3 or 4 questions you can ask for each one of those little sections. There's 4 of them, spin, S-P-I-N. Okay. You ask them, do you want to hear about what I got? They're like, yeah. And then you're like, you explain what you got. And then they're like, and then you say, well, that's all I got for you. And they're like, well, how much is it? I thought you'd never ask. It's this much. And if you get started now, I'll give it to you for this much. Yes or no? And that's it. That's it. And then you have email automations to follow up with them if they don't buy. And if you just do that till the rest of your life, you will have nice cars, nice clothes, nice house, traveling, whatever. Okay. It is that. So I'm going to have a high ticket funnel where they can see your thing. You can tell them about it, and then ask them to schedule a call with you. You get on the call or Zoom. I like doing Zoom because I can see them. Okay. They can see me, body language, you know, and you follow the script. And then there was many times we would do 100% conversion, like many days in a row. I have a big old spreadsheet to prove it. Okay. And we were selling $5,800, $9,800 things left and right. Right. I mean, it was, dare I say, easy. It was literally like, I had complete morons that had no clue what the hell they were doing. And they would sell like huge ass packages that they literally were reading. You could tell they were reading. The person could tell, and it still worked. The name of the book is Spin Selling, SPIN, Spin Selling. It's a little tiny book. This dude sold like Lear jets and all kinds of expensive shit, and he figured it out. It's just consultative selling. You're just asking questions about what they want and what if it happens, what if it doesn't? How are you doing this? How are you doing that? And then you're like, would you like me to share with you what it is that I have? And by the time you've done that, you've basically asked them a bunch of rhetorical questions that reminded them about why they wanted it to begin with. And then you offer it to them, and then you make them a price, and that's it. And it works more time than it doesn't. So I'm going to do those two funnels, maybe today. Okay. Maybe today. And then, the thing that I can tell you though, is I want you to just keep it freaking simple. Use this damn phone. Don't worry about editing. I'm telling you, just don't worry about it. Just do a video and put it out there. It works. It works. It really does work. All the people that you hear saying, I do videos and I don't work, and I'm doing content, it don't work. No, you're not, idiot. No, you're fucking not. Because I go look, and you ain't doing it. You think you're doing it, and you're telling us that you're doing it, but you ain't doing it. And then if you are doing it, I go watch, I look, and you ain't making an offer. What do you expect them to do? You know? So when you hear people saying that shit, and you think you got to do magicianal, like secretive, crazy stuff, content to make it work, that's just some silly shit you're hearing in your head, and you're watching too many YouTube videos. You're watching too many freaking videos about shit. You're just getting confused. It's good old-fashioned shit. Good old-fashioned shit. There's nothing. Have you ever heard Elon Musk do some wiggly woo bullshit when he's talking? No. Have you ever heard anybody that is like super successful do some kind of silly ass shit? No, they're just like, here it is. This is what it is. Do you want it? What? I mean, you know, I'm serious. Ever. You don't. You never do. Steve Jobs never did anything. It was just like, yeah, we got this thing. You can put like 10,000 songs in your pocket. There's nothing. It is literally like 99.9999999% of people that you hear saying that shit. It is literally a cop-out. It is literally them saying something to relieve themselves from the duties they did not do. It is them. It's a comfort zone retractor. Like they get back into it. Okay. Back into it. Okay. Zindel, and then I'm out. Whatever you say, don't ask me something that takes me a long time to explain, because I'm a long-winded bastard. All right. What is it?
Pretty cool. What is so in the series that you started recently, this week, in the day-to-day series, we are on the landing page creation, correct? I mean, every day you are going and you're putting a video, a mini workshop, or a mini
in the course.
Correct.
Yeah, every day I'm adding stuff to the course. Yeah.
Correct. So we are following a sequence, and right now we are on the landing page creation, correct?
Not quite in a sequence yet. What I did today, the first thing that I talked about was I wanted to horse with blinders. That's the keyword phrase there. If you want to, the thing that I'm doing is the most important thing, that needs to get done in my hillbilly process here. Okay. The most important thing that needs to get done is you need to have a way to collect leads and nurture them and sell to them. So the sequence would be start, model, mindset, deliver, but I just went straight in here to convert. And cause I want you to get the damn funnel up and going. That's what needs to happen. We need the funnel up and going. All right. We'll see you, Kyle. You take care, brother. Yeah, we'll see you, Dave. See you, brother. So I'm just putting the funnel in there so that we have the funnel. And then from the funnel, we can worry about the other stuff. Right. But we have to have a place where we can start collecting leads and generating traffic. Okay. I don't know why this thing's not loading, but that's the only thing that, that's the first thing that we need to do. Even if you're not ready to sell anything, you can still put something up that you can offer. Like right now, you could literally offer something for free. Hey guys, I have a free masterclass that shows you how to XYZ. Come, join for your name and email. And now you've got at least you have people that are interested on a list that you can start dripping out some videos to. Yeah.
Cool.
And dude, you're going to do great. Like I seen you sit down in that video you sent me. You asked if I seen it or not or whatever. I realized you probably had just got done working out. Like I could tell you were, sweating and like doing the thing. That shit is
actually, there is a realism. There is a realistic aspect of what it is to be in my specific environment, which I'm not going to discuss here, but
yeah.
And so the people who are my market, they relate to that. They understand why this guy's sweating.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, I get it. I totally, I know what you're doing. This is what I'm trying to say right now is you need to just go because you are going to connect with them. You are going to naturally build an audience because you're playing from the right, place, which is this. Okay. And as long as you play from there, the thing that you need to get in place so that this thing works very consistently is you just need a good automated follow-up and delivery system. And the attraction part is you going out there and doing content. And it's just going to feel kind of like, to me, what it feels like doing this stuff is like going to the gym. There's a part of my day that is going to the gym or business, and I do my routine and I execute on it and I just do that. That's just what I do till I die, right? Like that's how it is in my head. And I want to help as many people as I can. And I try to optimize as much as I can, but it's just having that follow-up process in place, having that system there, and you'll do fantastic. And you just naturally as a person, it's like, you'll naturally optimize because as long as you're paying attention to it and focusing on it every day, it's like built into your world, you will naturally just get better at it. You will naturally just be good at it. And you'll see where it's like shooting baskets. You naturally kind of start, shaping up it just happens. And so when you do this, that's why I'm starting with the funnel and everything, because let's get you collecting leads and talking to those leads. And then let's get you an offer together. Then let's get better at the traffic. And then we can kind of work everything else. That's kind of like what's going on. And you're going to do so great, man. Like, I mean,
on this capture of the lead, on that funnel, what I'm going to offer is a free ebook that is going to be a lead magnet right there. So I'm going to create the video that you saw. I'm going to put the ebook as a freebie, which is going to be a general idea of what people are going to get in the community on the membership.
What I would encourage you to do is, I think ebooks are okay, but when was the last time you read an ebook?
barely. I mean,
Okay. Nobody
yeah.
reads an ebook on average. Okay. Even if they download it and want it, they don't consume it. What I would say to you is instead of having a ebook with several chapters, what I would do is I would give them a mini course where instead of the chapters being an ebook, you just do little micro videos and they get a series of those little micro videos. That's what I would encourage you to do. Take whatever you were going to say in the ebook and break it up into like 3 or 4 little mini videos, or just put it all in one video and give that to them instead. They'll connect with you more, they'll understand you better, and then you can put call to actions throughout that. And then when you follow up with them, you can just in the email say, you know what, in the second part of this video, or in this part of this video, or here's the next video. That way you got that body language, because you do good here. Like, I like when you got your camera on. I like when you talk, you've got a good presence. You just need to deliver on that, and you'll build that relationship, take them on the journey, bring them into your world, and they're going to love it. They're going to really love it. And they're going to finally have somebody they can follow.
So those videos, are you suggesting that are part of the email that they're going to be receiving as a freebie, or part of the landing page in the funnel?
So the landing page can be like, I'm just going to make some shit up here. Okay. The landing page can be like, how to lose weight as a truck driver. I'm just making some shit up. I'm going to send you 5 videos over the next 5 days that are going to be little mini videos that show you exactly how to do that. So opt in here and you will start the email series. You'll get the next video right on the next page. So right when they opt in, the next page, that video that's right there, you're like, hey, I sent you an email. Make sure you go find it. But here's this first video. So step 1. Now tomorrow, be ready, because that's why you got to get the emails, put them over in your inbox. Tomorrow, I'm sending you video 2. And you could just do 5 videos in a row. It doesn't matter. You could do 50 videos in a row. You're going to keep their attention that way. But you want to get them a quick payoff as soon as you can. In that first video, you should like maybe give them something like a recipe, 5 things to start eating, some kind of little payoff that they get right away. And every video should have a little payoff. And every video should also tell them about your paid program and how they get, because they're the founders or part of the beginning, they get a special discount or a bonus value or something. Okay. But that you just essentially you're offering something for free like that to hold their attention, that you can get the chance to hang out with them for several days in a row. That allows you to build that know, like, and trust, and helps you gain traction with them. And that's really what it is. It's like you're buying that gal a drink to hopefully go on a date with her, and then maybe another date, and then whatever. Same kind of thing. Only we use videos instead of drinks,
That's a perfect suggestion. I appreciate that suggestion.
Yeah.
Because it's you're absolutely right. A lot of people, they value the fact that they can get something for free, which is a free ebook, but they don't have the time. And so absolutely, a video is shortcut. It could be a mini series of they getting an email over the next 4 weeks. And in 4 weeks, I'm going to get them from A to C, which a couple of shortcuts. Got it.
Beautiful. And just always make a call to action. And what I love about the call to action is like, listen, I've got this actually truly does work. And that's why I'm offering it to you right now, because I want you to succeed. That's kind of how you go about that mentality, right? It's like, if you do have something that actually does work, you should be very convicted, which I know you are, but I know other people are watching the recording of this right now. If it really does work, which I know yours does, okay? If it really does work, you should be yelling it from the rooftops, right? You should be convicted. You should be like, you would feel like a disservice if you didn't try to sell it to them. And that's essentially what's going on. And there's no trickery about it. It's just that's what's going on. And you keep doing that. And dude, you keep putting people into the funnel. And what happens is by the end of, when you get there and you realize, you're successful and you're reaching the goals and everything's whatever, you'll realize that you have like 3 or 4 main phrases that you always say. Or, you know, it's like, Nike, they're still saying, just do it, you know, like there's these main thing. You'll have like 4 or 5 maybe lead magnets or offers that you can just keep recycling and rerunning and recycling. It's like Chick-fil-A. Every couple months, they're like, buy one, get one free, you know, or they have like these main core 5 or 3 to 5 like main angles that they approach the market with, and it always works. They just, when they get tired of one, it's like, we're bringing back the chicken McRib. You know, it's like, wait for a while, they'll forget, then they bring it back. That's all this is. So, dude, you're gonna do great, man. You're gonna do great. I'm so happy for you.
I appreciate it. You know, the value of this, as you know it, and that's the reason why you're doing it, is because every single system, every single idea or opportunity to launch something, it requires to go back to the principles, right? And to the fundamentals. And if you, and for some people, it takes short time. For other people, it takes longer time. But it is all subjective. You can ask why something is taking so long, and you will get, if you have 10 people, you will get 10 different answers, because it's all about the mindset.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it is okay for people to have their time for the process. They don't have to feel that they have to jump if they don't understand themselves, because there has to be a meaning.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be a meaning in order for you to understand why you're going to do it. And yes, absolutely, you have to do it because it has to come automatically, because you're going to exercise that muscle, whether it's the brain muscle or the body muscle. You're going to exercise it. You're going to get it to the point where it's going to grow. But you got to connect to the meaning. And you don't connect to the meaning unless you dig into what is your purpose. And for some people, it takes a while. So it's been an incredible process, because the reason why I'm going live is because of a mission now. It will be a disservice for people not to know what it took me years to figure out, and cutting all the noise and all the bullshit around health and mental strength and all that kind of stuff. It will be a disservice for them not to know that.
No, it's beautiful. And like, if you just stay in that place, that's the best place to be. And if it's like when they say, when the student is ready, the teacher appears kind of thing, that's kind of what it is, right? It's like it just comes a time. I remember the old Zen, like when I'd read about like Zen and mindfulness, the old Zen Buddhas and monks and stuff, they said, we had to do all these silly things, like hit them with sticks and make them walk 1,000,000 miles and do all this stuff, so that they felt like they earned the point that they could do it, you know? And it's like, it's kind of like that here. You just have to, like Corinne, when she got on here earlier, she's going live and her message is coming in, and it's like, yeah, you're doing it, and it unfolds. It's like, that's what it takes to get that flower to blossom, and then all the seeds can come out, right? So that's what it is. And you know, this funnel is just a chance for us to provide value, and like, it's like results in advance. We give you results in advance to earn your trust, and then hopefully you can see by that time what we actually do have for you, and then you can take advantage of that. I'll make you a good deal. Everybody's happy. You get what you need, I get what I need, and it's all, you know, a happy circle. So just take that action. You can always go back. Like I always say, you can't edit nothing. You can always go back and make it better, right? Put some clothes on and then go stand in front of the mirror, and then you can change your outfit, you know? But it's like, you can't ever decide if that's a good outfit or not if you don't go put them on and stand in front of the mirror. So it's kind of like that. Get it done, get it out there, lean, mean, and scrappy, ugly, and then go back and look at it. You know, be like, well, you know, let's swap this out here and fix it here. And then you tell people about that. You're like, you know, I heard from you. You said this, you said that. I get it. Let's do it. I'm going to change it. And then they really appreciate that they feel heard. I mean, it's beautiful. So
Thank
you got it, man.
That video right there, I'm going to take it through a challenge. It's a personal challenge that I'm doing now. That's why I titled it a challenge for
Mhm.
myself, because I'm going to get it through the process that we are just now learning or relearning. Okay. So right now I'm looking into the funnel. So I'm going to create a funnel, put that video there, and start thinking about the other 4 videos that are going to replace the ebook. And then
Yeah.
we'll put it together.
I like to think of it like anymore as I go through my journey myself. I like to think about this as like I'm going on these different quests. I used to think about them as like, oh, my goal is today to do this, funnel or whatever, right? What I do now is I think about it more like a quest. Like I'm on a quest to slay this dragon, right? And it's like, I know during that quest that there's going to be, a forest I got to go through, and there's going to be this swamp, and then there's going to be butterflies, and it's probably going to be sunny, then rainy, but that's okay because I'm on this quest. When you think about it like a goal, sometimes it's like there's this thing, this goal, and you're so focused on the goal that anything that happens in between you and the goal really blows you out of the water and sets you off wrong, and it distracts you. But if you think about it as a quest, you're like, all right, I know there's going to be some branches in the way and some, some mud and some rain, and I know it'll be sunny too, and it's a different perspective when you think about it like a quest. So my thing is like, take on this quest, this challenge, if you will, and just go create it all, and then you can go back and edit it. You can go back and fix it.
You are a martial arts practitioner, and I am too. And the things that I do has gave us the opportunity to create some mental strength that it kind of like have become unbreakable for us. So for me, I said challenge, but I'm going to replicate what I have done through other process, which is just basically apply the effective positive feedback loop mental model, right? You get what get measured grows, and so that if you get a little bit and it's working, we already have done that. So for me, this challenge that is coming out is something that I'm going to replicate from what I have done before. And so yes, it is not. I'm not caught up in the, oh, it's not going to work. It's going to work. No. I already know that I'm going to replicate what I have done in all the places, and I'm going to bring it here. What I'm going to now get right is the technical aspect that you got right, because I'm going to now emulate what you have got right, technical wise, that have got you millions, so that I don't need to reinvent it. So that's what we are right now. Okay?
Beautiful.
Let's just do it. Okay.
All right, brother. I love it.
Brother.
I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. And yeah, let me know. I'm going to put that stuff in there and we'll make it happen. Okay.
Wax on, what's off, coach?
I love it. All right, brother. We'll see you.